So the next one, the reason why your hair won't grow. Is this on? Is it on? Cool. Alright. What it do, YouTube? It's your boy WhoaConreeZ. You already know we coming. It's another month video. Let's get to the point. Let's get to the point. Why is your hair dry? This is something that we all go through. There's no human on this earth, well, I can't speak for everybody, but I know I go through it personally, so I can speak and say that I go through this on a weekly, daily. It's a struggle out here. It's a struggle out here. My hair be dry, y'all. I got that high porosity. I used to color my hair and straighten it, and I was doing the most, but hey, life. So yeah, I'm here to give y'all some reasons on why your hair may be dry, because I understand the situation, like I said. So what does it mean for your hair to be dry? Starting off, I would say, you know, when your hair is just, it's not really, I mean, my hair ain't picked out, but I can pull this and it's not like feeling like you're cutting. I know when my hair is dry, when I can pull my hair and I actually feel like I cut myself. And I'm not trying to be funny, like it literally felt like a shard of glass just cut my fingertip. Like, I'm not joking. Everything looks different on different people. Like, even when my hair gets dry, I personally, for whatever reason, just don't get dandruff. So like, when people have like an issue with dandruff, that's the one thing I say I don't really relate on, because maybe when I use maybe too much product, but see, I don't use enough. So I never really have dandruff like that. But usually dandruff happens when people have dry hair. Yeah, it's just very dry. It's very, you know, it's not moisturized. It doesn't look moisturized. Like, it doesn't look inviting. It's giving buckwheat off of Little Rascals. But it's okay. This is why WhoaConreeZ, your hair guru, is here to help y'all. So let's get right on to it. The first reason why your hair is dry is because you're not using enough product. Sometimes less is more, but not in the case of your hair. And how I work on this, because I know sometimes I don't like to use too much product. Like, I'd be afraid of using a little too much product, because that can also cause buildup, and it just doesn't look good when your hair is having all that product, because it weighs down your hair and all that. So I don't really like having a lot of product in my hair either, but I don't put too little either, because then my hair will be thirsting for hydration. So what I usually do is I, of course, do a method. I do a leave-in, conditioner, oil method. Sometimes I use shea butter in place of oil. I think in the wintertime, it really just depends on how I'm feeling. I always listen to my hair, but yeah, you need a method. If your hair is dry because you don't use a lot of product, and this may be one of the issues, then I would suggest using a method. I would suggest maybe looking into different products. And I would suggest this little tip right here that I always do anytime I do my LCO method. I always put water back into my hair before I even start putting in the leave-in, because your leave-in, in a general sense, needs to be water-based. So me adding water before I put it on is just, you know, it's like, you know, before you put shea butter on your body, you're supposed to put water on first. It's the same thing with the LCO method. So I put the water on first, and then I do the LCO, so it can have not only that hydration from the products, but also just some regular natural hydration that our ancestors was using back in the day. So I just use water. So the second reason why that your hair is dry, which is what I just touched on a little bit, is dehydration. Now, you could actually be dehydrated and you don't even know it. But forms of dehydration actually are if you go to the bathroom a little bit more, if of course you're drinking a lot of water. My mom always told me, if you're already drinking water because you're thirsty, that means you've been dehydrated for some time. So you have to be drinking water like throughout the day. You can't just drink 128 gallons of water in the morning and then go throughout your day thinking that you're hydrated, because that also is dangerous too. You also drink too much water. So general rule of thumb is, of course, a standard 8 cups. I usually tell people, like my coach told me growing up, you know, half. So whatever that your body weight is, you drink half of that so that your body can be fully hydrated. It's not just extended from just the hair. Like, I need y'all to understand that when it comes to everything about your body and yourself, that everything constitutes to it. So if you're not eating right, if you're not drinking enough water, that also can constitute to your hair being dry, even if you're putting in all these products, because you're not taking care of your other parts of your body. So you gotta make sure that you're all around with this. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure that you're drinking your water. Make sure that you're also actively putting water in your hair on a daily basis. Y'all, our hair, look at it, look at it. It's curly, and every time it gets wet, it gets soft, and you know, does the magic. You feel what I'm saying? Our hair loves water. You need to put water in your hair. You don't need to damp it. Like, you don't need to dip your whole head into water unless you're really washing it or you just want to do it. Sometimes I do that too. But for the most part, you just need to sprinkle a little bit on your hair. Make sure it's like your grass. You know, you put water on your hair, on your grass every once in a while. Make sure that your grass is taken care of, your grass take care of you. That's it, that's all. All right, so the third one is, if your hair is lacking a sealant, that could also be the reason why your hair is not retaining any moisture. Now, what is a sealant? A sealant is what you use to seal in the product or the water, etc., etc. So when I'm doing the LCO method, the sealant would be the oil. Sometimes I use shea butter, like I said. So I would recommend your hair stick like mine. In the summertime, I would use oil. Wintertime, I would use shea butter. Or if you just need extra, if you just want like a little more extra thickness to your hair, then I would use shea butter too, of course. But you know, the sealant's purpose is to seal in the moisture that you're putting in so that your hair doesn't get dry. So if your hair is, say you always put in a leave-in and a conditioner, and by the end of your day, your hair is already dry, you know? Or, you know, you're putting in the leave-in and the conditioner on it, but your hair is actually not retaining none of it, you know, it's just sitting on your head. So I know you've seen some people that's like, you know, going about their day and the leave-in or the conditioner that they put in their hair has not in any like way, shape or form dissolved on their hair. It's still white as ever on their hair. So that may also mean that you need a sealant as well. So yeah, like a sealant may be the reason why. Whew, gotta take a breath talking to you. All right, too much washing. Yes, you're not supposed to wash your hair every day. Why? Because this beautiful natural oil called sebum that we have in our hair. Remember I told you when our hair is curly? The sebum, because our hair is curly, it takes it longer to travel down the hair shaft to our cuticles, thus keeping it, of course, you know, intact. Which is why, you know, other people of other ethnicities are able to, you know, sleep without wearing certain headgear or certain fabrics because of the sebum. The sebum traveling down the hair shaft, that allows the hair to stay intact because it's a natural oil. So because our hair doesn't do that as quickly, I would say, because of the coils, too much washing can definitely ruin that as well, because if you're washing your hair constantly, especially, I know people who like maybe swim or do very active activities where like their hair is always getting like, I guess, dirty or building up a lot of oil, and yeah. I know that it's just second nature, obviously, just to go wash your hair and just do all that because you want your whole body clean. But to be real with you, when you wash your hair too much, you're also taking out that natural oil, not just the product that you're putting in. So when you're taking out that natural oil, that your hair literally has nothing to grab onto for moisture outside of when you're moisturizing your hair, because your hair also makes the natural moisturizer for itself, obviously. You don't need to wash your hair every single day, especially if your hair looks like mine. So you don't need to wash your hair every day. This can look real quick like somebody's old rug. Like, I don't know how to put it. Like you don't want to like tumbleweed. You don't want to like buckwheat. Just don't wash your hair every day. Just don't do that. What I would recommend is definitely washing your hair, I would say twice a week. But if you have more product buildup, then I would say 3 times. But you generally want to do your hair every 2 to 3 days. Sometimes mine is 3 to 4 depending on how it feels, because I don't moisturize it all the time and I don't really do too many active things on a daily basis like that besides working out, of course. But all right, next one. So the reason why your hair is dry is because porosity. Now porosity is simply how your hair deals with moisture. So with that being said, how you can test your porosity is by taking a piece of your hair or a piece that broke off from probably when you're doing your hair, and stick that in some water, and you're going to basically test it to see where it goes. If it stays in the middle, then that means that your hair is, you don't need to do nothing, you good. Like you got that, I don't want to call it good, but that means that your hair is pretty good at maintaining the moisture that it has. If your hair stays at the top, then that means you have low porosity, which means that your hair has the trouble of taking in the moisture. So then you would need something either thinner, or you need something that is going to allow the product to go through the hair more quicker. And if your hair goes all the way down to the water, that means your hair is like mine, which is high porosity. How you doing? So we're the people that struggle the most. Not struggle, but now, high porosity is basically your hair is taking in too much product, too much moisture, and because it's taking in all that moisture, it's essentially consuming all of it. Thus, your hair has nothing to work with when it should just be, you know, taking its time, taking in the product. So, if you're like me and you have high porosity hair, then I would recommend, of course, like I said, the LCO method, because the LCO method caters to high porosity in my opinion. You're getting in the moisture, you're also getting the sealant, and in my opinion, it's just very friendly. Like, it's just, you know, you don't gotta really do too much. I take my time with mine so that, you know, y'all can see how to really, like, I guess, do your hair, take it to the next level, because I get it sometimes, you know, we get into a rut and we be like, I don't know what to do with it. So like, this is me showing you different ways of how to do your hair and how it comes out differently, because my hair right now is very curly, you know. And that was just simply me just putting product in my hair and just moving on a daily basis. So yeah, like, I get it. And if you got low porosity, like I said, you need a more thinner product, and you may need to use LLC. I don't know, we gonna get back to y'all. 6, what you sleep on. I've told y'all this many times. I don't know how many times I gotta keep drilling it in y'all head, but I'm going to continue to drill. What you sleep on? What you sleep on? That definitely matters. I've told y'all that many times, because of the fact that the sebum in our hair, like I said, it takes a longer time to travel down. So you really don't want to take away from that oil. And how we can do that is by simply sleeping on our standard bed sheets with the cotton on it. You need something that's silk or satin. You need a satin pillowcase, a silk pillowcase. I told y'all where to get it from. If you don't know, I'll put that link down below. It's a little 1-minute video, I'm telling you. 60 seconds. Y'all, what you sleep on definitely matters if you're talking about your hair. You can do everything under the sun, but if you're sleeping on regular cotton thing, don't be surprised why your hair is dry, breaking, brittle, you name it. Or if you're gonna take yourself and go get that silk and satin pillowcase, steal your mama bonnet or steal your girlfriend bonnet, heck, steal somebody baby's satin sheet covers and put it on your head. I promise you're gonna see a difference. Your hair gonna feel better anyway too, cause it's sleeping on like a different type of. All right, y'all wanna listen, I'm trying to help y'all out. The next one. Deep conditioner. And I get it, if you can't afford deep conditioner, if you can't really, you ain't got no access to no deep conditioner based on where you live, I totally get that. I'm gonna make a video on my own DIY deep conditioner. I'm gonna do my own DIY deep conditioner so that y'all can see how I do it. And then maybe you can make your own recipe, tweak it from there. But y'all need to deep condition your hair, because our hair goes through life just as much as we do. We walking into these big cities with all these different fumes, walking by all these people that got the COVID, the co-pack. I don't want to say the word. I don't want to get my video flags, even though I don't got nobody watching. But yeah, like so it brings back in that moisture. And if your hair is very dry, it's very brittle, that's usually an indicator to let you know that you need to decondition. Why do we need to decondition? Because it's a different type of method that we use to bring back in all that moisture. All right, next one, humidity. Where you live may matter and why your hair is not growing or is dry in your case. You know, it's because of the humidity. If you're in a place where it's very low humidity, then there's really low like warmness in the air. Like, I know what humidity is, I'm trying to explain it so y'all know it. But it's basically like how humid an environment is, and if it has very low humidity, then your hair is more likelier to be drier because it's low, and I don't know if it's air or it's warm quality, but it's like, that's usually generally in like very cold, arid climates. If you're higher in altitude, yeah, anybody that's not close to the equator basically. How do we combat this? We decondition, we do hot oil treatments, we do things so that we can replace and put that moisture and that humidity back into our hair. And a good way to get humidity back into your hair is honey. Y'all seen me do that in my last video, so definitely watch that, because that was definitely a humidity video. I was saying humility, but some of y'all might need that. Humidity video. That was the humidity video in the lowest of keys. I put the honey up in there, and when I tell you, my hair has been good ever since. I don't really do too much to my hair. I do the typical LCO method. I might do a twist out just for y'all, because you know y'all been rocking with me for so long, so I'm definitely gonna do probably a twist out for y'all. But yeah, y'all, humidity definitely matters. Know what type of environment that you live in, especially your household. If your household is cold, because I love my house very cold, so I know I also gotta make sure that my hair is taken care of or it's going to be dry. Okay, all right, last one. Your boy is tired. All right, the last one is, I can't trill my tongue. You're not listening to your hair. I keep telling y'all, the black life is not monolithic. You may not have this hairstyle. You may not need the products that I use. Hell, my whole channel may not even be benefiting you. So I'm trying to tell you, for your best interest, listen to your hair, because that is the only person or the only thing that can really tell you what works for it and what doesn't. How do you know what works for your hair? Listen to what it responds to. If you put in a product and the next day or the next moment that you touch your hair, it's not feeling the way you thought it was gonna feel, which was softer, durable, you know, just very comfortable. Like, I love touching my hair, especially when it's moisturized. Like, if your hair ain't like that, then you probably need to change the products. Maybe you live in an environment, like I said, that has low humidity and you need to put more moisture into your hair. Maybe you just need a little water. You don't know what your hair needs. So stop, listen y'all. I know I said I was gonna ask my like and my subscribe. I'm gonna need my like and subscribe. See, she up this time. I'm gonna need my like and subscribe, obviously. But I'm gonna need y'all also get off this video, look in the mirror and see what your hair needs. I'm helping y'all. But y'all need to help yourselves and get on. Boy, you don't get y'all. Listen to your hair, and I promise your hair will tell you everything you need to know. That is it. That is all. Thank you for coming to my video. Please make sure that you stay tuned so that you can watch our upcoming videos. We're gonna start doing some lives on here, so you stay tuned for that as well. And I love y'all much. I am tired. It is hot with this jacket on. Shout out to SpongeBob. I miss Tom. Not Tom. Can you speak to Hillenberg? I think that's the person that died. Whoever that made SpongeBob, you're very missed, because you completely created my entire childhood, and I've been lost ever since. But we out, y'all. Deuce.